All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. Again, we're taping live on Thursday night. It's about 6:10. Phone lines are open, 879-1231, 879-1231 if you'd like to get involved. Of course, the day we're taping and the number will pop up on the bottom of your screen there. Let's go straight on down the line and see what it is that you would like to talk about tonight on Bayou Time. Hello, welcome to the program.
What's happening, Jumper Jason?
Hey.
It's Ricky, man.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing?
I don't know if you caught last night's show, but basically what I'm trying to get across is what I told the people in the Tri-Parish area last night, that with our information, with Martin's HTV and your help, your dad's help, and Mr. Grabois' help, we could get the word across about, Washington, D.C. and everything else, and the people can take note as to what's going on, as well as our elected officials. Now, if our elected officials would definitely get on the beam, because I can't say they ain't been on the beam.
Well, let me ask you, what specific issue are you referring to?
All the government waste.
Government waste, okay.
And how they're trying to take all the people's money, but yet they won't freaking clean up their own backyard.
All right. Now, let me ask you this question, because after you had called, as I recall it, on Tuesday night, we had a later caller who subsequently called into the show and was mentioning a couple of programs that I guess you were calling government waste. He disagreed with you. He said, those programs, the shrimp treadmill program, and I believe something else was government waste. What's your response to that?
Well, basically, if you had been listening last night, or you might have missed the show last night, I
had to do my day job yesterday. I apologize.
Oh, don't apologize, but you got a job to do. You do
That's
it,
right.
Cool, right?
That's right.
But I commended that individual, but due to the fact that he did correct me on certain issues that I caught this information off of the television.
All right.
And he went further in depth and found out what that was all about.
Okay.
And I told that individual, I appreciate that. It's individuals like that that would check things out, call HTV, get involved, and tell the people exactly where their government spending is. Mm-hmm. But due to the fact that I was basically getting this information off of TV, I didn't realize it was a gas-saving issue and another issue. But it's callers just like that do check things out, that would let Martin know and to put it out on TV. That way, since our politicians might not know, they would know as well, and they could go to Washington with both barrels loaded and say, hey, we're Louisiana.
That's right.
We need a future. We want a good future for our kids.
Okay.
Do you not concur?
No, I concur with you, and I'm always an advocate for an individual to make their own assessment and their own decision on things by looking more in detail into the issue themselves. We talk about that on the scale of elections every year. In other words, you can't always believe something you just see on TV or even maybe in a commercial. We all know sometimes people play political games and they twist things around. So really you have to make your own assessment yourself. Again, it all goes back to that personal responsibility and accountability for your vote, and who you trust and who you believe, and then make your own decision. So I think you raised some good points.
That's what that caller was all about. And like I said, I appreciate callers like that, because it lets the people know through Martin's HTV, through your voice. And I wish the politicians, because I know they've been doing a pretty good job lately, but not to knock them. But boy, they could kick the government in the butt right now if they was just to let the cat out the bag.
Thank you for the call, Ricky.
All right, Jason.
Okay. Talk to you next time. Let's see. Believe this line was holding a little longer. Hello, welcome to Bayou Time.
Hello, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that project in 14 Mile Beach.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good idea. I remember when they had an oil spill, I'm the first one to call about them berms.
Okay.
That's going to be a very big berm.
Yeah, it's more or less. It's not the berm to protect from the oil like they were doing.
I know what it's for.
But it's
I know exactly what it's for.
Yeah, it's almost like a mile deep, I think he said as well.
It's going to be 14 miles long, half a mile deep.
Half a mile deep, okay.
And 8 foot high. That's going to protect our marshes.
Yep.
That's what I meant. Exactly.
All right.
That way that sand, you can always pick that sand up, but you can't pull it out that marsh.
Yeah, now, as I understand it from the caller that we had Tuesday and also from the meeting that was held earlier this week, you know, those berm, that project is going to start from Caminada Pass, basically, and work its way back towards Lafourche Parish, towards Fouchon. And then what they would hope to do is then work it towards Timbalay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would protect us from the oil. It would protect us from the hurricanes and everything else. I mean, as long as they fortify that sand like Galveston did, like Grand Isle would have a cement wall. You do it one time and you finish with it.
Right.
I
well,
mean,
they've beefed up the beach on Grand Isle now. If you haven't been
lately,
but
every year they wash it out, Jason. They need to do it right. I mean, either rocks or do like Galveston did, build a seawall to stop that sand from washing back out. Because you know, if you start with an 8 foot high sand beach, the minute that hurricane hits it, that cuts it down 4 feet exactly.
Yeah.
Then you got to start pumping sand again.
Well,
but
I don't see. I could be wrong, but Grand Isle markets itself as a tourist attraction area locally.
Doing the same thing
locally, and so they're going to have to make that beach functional, if you will. But they do have rocks out in front of it in certain areas, and it's very evident that those rocks are doing their job.
Exactly.
Because if you go on the outside, the Gulf side of those rocks, it's not very far. You know, a few feet after you get on the Gulf side, I mean, the depth starts dropping. And that's why you have a lot of dangerous current, and that's why they always tell people don't go past those rocks.
That's right.
Unfortunately, we ended up losing somebody this year on the other side of those rocks.
Right.
Yeah.
But you still had undertow before the rocks were dead, Jason. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. You're right. But it's even more dangerous now when you go past it because of the scouring, or if you will, that goes on the other side.
Yeah, you're naturally going to have more current in between the two sets of rocks. You will.
Yeah.
I mean, that's common sense. You don't go put yourself in that predicament. I mean, you know. But if they would
But it shows you that it's helping keep that sand back behind it, you know. All right.
It's just like the Fouchon. I remember, I say 35 years ago, I went over there. They had a barge. It's been a while since I've been over there. And that barge, the sand was building up behind that barge. That barge was way out there. And that sand was building up. That works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's common sense.
Well, I'm glad to see that you like what's going on that project in Lafourche Parish. Thanks for the call.
But let's do it right. And we need somebody like that fella from Labrador, Illinois, what's his name, to watch that money, Jason.
Oh, Mr. Harrison?
Mr. Harrison. We need somebody to stay on that. Or y'all, or people like y'all. They need to appoint 2 people to watch that money so that money stays where it's supposed to go.
Okay. So you're still having a little trust issue with...
definitely. I don't never trust no
where
politician.
money goes. Okay. All right. Thank you for the call.
Yeah, man. Take care, yeah?
All right. Okay. We'll continue with our phone calls, 879-1231, 879-1231 if you'd like to get involved. Hello. Welcome to Bayou Time.
Yes. I think the beaches are a good idea.
Okay. You still there? Hello? Sorry, it looks like you broke up. I'm going to invite you to call the show back on 879-1231. I think we lost your connection there, but it was another caller talking about the beach projects going on, beefing up the beach from Caminada Pass all the way to Fouchon, if you will, you know, in that area. And let's go back to the lines. Let's see. We just had somebody join. I'm going to see if it's that same person. Hello, welcome back to Bayou Time.
Jason?
Yes. Okay, not the same person. I'm sorry. I thought you were the person we just lost. That's why I picked up your call first. Go ahead.
Look, Jason, I'm calling from Assumption Parish. I'm listening what y'all saying about the beach. Fill me in a little bit. Where that beach going to be at now?
From Well, the beach is already there, but they're securing. You know, there's some beach that's been eroded, obviously, over the years. There's some holes in it, but it's all the way from Caminada Pass.
Where that's at, Jay? That comment? I don't know what
that's Grand Isle. If you know where Grand Isle is, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. When you cross the bridge to get onto the actual island, the main island, that pass you see to the right as you're going over the bridge, that's Caminada Pass. So that beach on that side, all the way from there, not Grand Isle, but the beach on the other side of Caminada Pass, going all the way to Fouchon.
Oh, going towards the Fouchon. Okay.
Yeah. Basically Elmer's Island and all that beach, all the way. It's 14 miles, if you will.
Okay.
As I understand it. 14 miles.
Okay.
Well, it's not 14 miles of beach, huh, Jay? Let me ask my producer. 7 miles? 6 miles of beach, okay?
Okay.
6 miles of beach, it goes there, and it's going to be about a half mile deep. They're just trying to plug it up and beautify it as well. And then, of course, it acts as a storm barrier. And they're going to elevate it to about 6 to 8 feet.
Oh, well, good.
Okay.
Okay, then, Jason. Thank you for your time, dude.
All right. You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. And we thank Mr. Jeremy, who called in on Tuesday night to let us know about the meeting, and then subsequently Jason Serenier, our producer, and also our staff here at HTV went cover that event to bring you that information. Let's do this. Let's take another short break. Phone lines are still open, 879-1231. We have a couple people on the line holding, and we also have 2 lines open if you'd like to get involved, 879-1231.